I think this has changed my mind. Oh, car actually being gutted and stripped. Concerns with the water pump, and also there was a split on the coolant line. Oh, that's a really nice seat. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys enjoy this vlog.
We interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
This beats so hard.
Don't matter if you cars for the road or tracks. Mexico on the lanes, or Dunnington doing up laps. Car man, I got maps, doing up maps. Maximum power, cars get gaps. They got tuners, we got tuners, but they're tuners a load of. Man got the map, what kind of map? Best boat map, fastest lap. Zoom in, pass, don't watch out, big man map. 3 maps, take a passenger seat, watch a man collapse. Foot to the floor, rev to the max. Team got through like axe. All you see is flames, all you hear is bullets and bangs. Subscribe and like, cause the visual's nice. With times in the cam, the drive is right when programmed by the MV gang. He's doing it well, he's doing it right, and they can't do it like man. NV Motorsport, it's in the game. Gang.
So first off today, we've got this beautiful VW Caravel. Now the Caravel and the Transporter are two identical vehicles, but the Caravel is suited for multiple people carriage. So I say beautiful, this is a great example of a VW Caravel. It's got the full ABT body kit, or ARPT, as some of you guys would prefer me to call it, and it's beautiful spec inside. So as you can see, ample space in this vehicle. I think we should do one of these as a project car, project van, project people carrier, maybe put an RS3 engine in there, I don't know, but it's in for some more upgrades today. Also, this Caravel has been equipped with air ride. Now, I'm not a massive fan of air ride on this channel, but they've come a long way, and the owner of this car has converted it for 2 reasons. Firstly, because when you park it up and slam it, it looks absolutely badass. And he's also converted the car for his needs with steering wheel controls. Now, hats off to anyone out there who drives a car with these controls, because it's so tricky to get used to, let alone using your normal pedals. These are so much more tricky. So shout out to you guys out there with steering wheel controlled vehicles. Look at it. I'm not a huge van stroke camper van fan, but I think this has changed my mind. Not too sure about the wheels. Maybe a set of NVF 04Ts should go on there. It's got a slightly different start procedure, obviously, because the steering wheel controls are in the position of the key. So it kind of takes the steering lock off and starts the car. But yeah, these controls, I've been given a quick demo, so excuse me if I don't drive it how I should, but it's a lot to get around. Accelerators there, amazing. Right, it takes brake.
So you're still using your foot for your brake?
No, I'm braking with my pedal.
Wow, with your hand.
But obviously your brain is programmed a certain way, isn't it? So all of a sudden now you're using hand controls. You can override and use the brakes, the foot pedals. Anyway, let's get it inside. So as I said, this van stroke people carrier has already had some tasty upgrades, but today it's in for these. Yep, this beautiful Forge Motorsport big brake kit. This is a 405mm two-piece disc with huge 8-pot calipers. Now you do need a minimum requirement of 20-inch wheels, and the offset has to be correct for the space required, but we ain't gonna know until we start fitting it and test fitting his wheels on there and seeing if it does clear. If not, we've always got a set of custom NV forges to put on. So yeah, this big brake kit does require a 20-inch wheel, which is what is got fitted, but let's see if it actually clears. Oh. Well, we've got spoke clearance, but his wheel weights, that's going to be the most important thing. Where's his wheel weight? Oh, that is close. That is very close. The wheel weights have probably got another 2 mil to clear as well, so yeah, fits. Time to go bed these brakes in. To do the braking in procedure, you need some heavy braking from about 30 mile an hour. Just make sure there's no vibrations, make sure the steering wheel's straight. You all right there, mate? Yeah, you definitely need this brake upgrade, especially when you've got this additional equipment in the car. The standard brakes do not cope, plus they looks really cool. Another day, another B58. This one came into us last episode, but we found a few concerns with the water pump, and also there was a split on the coolant line. Now, the water pump on these, there's one for the engine and there's one for the charge cooler. Now, it's imperative that the charge cooler water pump works in its cycle, and it does turn off. It turns off if there's low coolant and also if there's a leak. But this one's been overspun, the motor's absolutely knackered, so I think we're gonna have to pop to our mates, get a spare pump on it, test it, and then get it on the dyno for NVM Stage 2 Plus tuning. So this has the full hardware package of Stage 2 plus a B58 TU pump and plugs. So yeah, let's go pick up some parts and get it on the dyno. Gotta go see what sort of parts he's got for our E46 as well, because yeah, there's so many things that I want to put onto that car but might not fit, and there's no point buying it off eBay and it doesn't fit and then you have to return it. So we'll go see our mate Sandis. So here we are at SBBM Parts, good friend of ours. If you guys need anything, used parts for a BMW, they usually have it in stock. So give him a shout. Let's go inside, let's have a look, see if they got anything for us. So Sandis doesn't want to be on camera, but he's giving me free reign of his part center. So I'm gonna go have a look, see what we can find. Oh, seats already. Oh, it's electric. Can't even sit in them. Looks like they come out of a 5 Series, mate. Looks very comfortable. Oh, that's a really nice seat. G30 5 Series M Sport seats. Very nice. I think this is the one, you know. That's a good size, snug. It has got electric seats, so I don't know how we're gonna fit that. Gonna have to do some wiring. But yeah, we need a water pump. So very organised in here, look, we've got all the brake discs, calipers, axles, prop shafts, everything's labelled, numbered, and we've got chassis numbers as well, so every part relates to a vehicle. So no dodgy parts here, mate. So yeah, leave me to it, mate. I think there's quite a few pumps here I need to go through, see which one matches. There we have it. It's actually, yeah, it's off a newer car, so the part number is slightly different, but the actual flange looks exactly the same. So yeah, we'll go test fit it. If it doesn't work, we can always bring it back. So yeah, there's loads of seats here, man. I think that's come off a 7 Series, 6 Series.
So what we're looking for, manual seats or?
Ideally manual, because then we can bolt them straight in, or even fabricate some brackets to go straight in, and you can use the runner or the slider.
So the
Comfiest, most supportive
manual seats
we can find. But yeah. Oh, this looks nice. This is oh, this is huge. This is like off I think it's off an X5.
So what, they wouldn't fit?
I don't think they'll fit. No, I think the runners are slightly wider. So yeah.
It's a shame.
We'll have a look around. So here's a prime example. Car actually being gutted and stripped. Everything's documented. All the VIN numbers are recorded, or engine codes are recorded as well. And this is a 120D 3-door. And look, they've got some 120D seats. Oh, that's nice. I don't think you appreciate the interior of a car until you independently sit in loads of seats. So we know which ones are comfy and we know which ones are supportive. We just need to pick one, and I think it's going to be an F Series or a G Series seat. I don't know what that's going to be, but he's got a couple of cars coming in next week, so I think we'll have to sit in a few more seats before we decide what we're going to put in our E46. So yeah, let's get back to the workshop.
But your car's there?
I know my car's there, but I'm going to take this one. Oh, you know what it is? I think it's an age thing, you know. To get to a certain level of age, you don't want race car bucket seats anymore. You want a nice 7 Series with this button right here. Now getting back massage. Let's go. Yeah, I think this is, I mean, I love my daily. That X3 is amazing, but it is quite limited. The spec on this is crazy. You know what, Sam, this is weekend toys. It's got another luxury car. It's got an M5, an NVM Stage 2 M5. You were complaining about a bad back, weren't you, mate?
Yeah, mate.
How's that massage going?
Is this it's a treat for me, yeah?
This is your treat. I think if we do a Nürburgring trip this year, I think we've got to take this one.
Yeah.
So with the full coolant bleed on this M140 and the new coolant pump, it's around 340 brake horsepower, 507 Newton meters of torque, and it's back to back, it's consistent, there's 0 timing pull, so let's get tuning. So final results for this BMW M140i NVM Stage 2 Plus mapping. It is literally the limit of the stock turbocharger on 99 run fuel. You could probably run another 5 to 10 brake horsepower with E-blends. When I say E, a bit of ethanol in the tank or a bit of meth. It's run 465 brake horsepower, 738 Newton meters of torque. Absolute savage. For you guys out there, we run between 680 and 740 Newton meters of torque, totally dependent on the car. So the mods, the inlet elbow, the full exhaust system, all of that makes a massive difference to the amount of torque available with reduced back pressure So if you follow our channel, you might have seen some variations with the amount of torque and power available from the stock turbocharger, and that's purely down to the car, the modifications that it's got more than anything. Like we've always kind of covered on this channel, every car is tuned specific to the mods. There's no off the shelf here, so no two cars are the same. So if you're watching this and you feel a certain way, you've made 670 newton meters instead of 730, give us a call, get some advice on what you need to get more torque. Welcome to winter in England, tuning in the dark. For all our Australian fans, I know it's summer out there, you're loving it. I think Tom's wants to emigrate there for the whole of winter because he doesn't do well in the cold. So yeah, Datenlagen. I think that's data logging in German. So what we need to do, are you coming or what? So there's only so much data logging you can do when it's damp, especially in rear wheel drive, but I mean the logs look clean, no kind of issues.
Sounds good.
Mate, it's a handful. And he wanted 6 foot flames, didn't he?
Yeah, he's got
so
about 5.
So he's got his flamethrower. Could do with some handling mods, because with this much power, this much torque, I mean you need upgraded pads, definitely. And you need decent suspension, because look, it's like a boat. So I hope everyone enjoyed today's vlog. Stay tuned for more, and if you ain't tuned, give us a call for a tune.